Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Solana, ticker SOL, against USDT. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. I'm giving a shout out to the Telegram chat. Stay tuned. I'm going to be posting my off-camera trades within the $500 to $5,000 series that I have started on my channel. So yeah, make sure to check out the Telegram chat. A lot of smart investors in there and just a nice community around. And yeah, jumping into the 1 hourly chart on Solana, you can see straight off the bat, uh, right here, you can see that we're making higher highs on the hourly chart over here, consistent higher highs. And on the RSI, we're making consistent higher lows. What is this? This is called a bearish divergence. Basically, the relative strength index, the RSI, is showing weakening in the trend. The bulls are running out of steam, and Solana has appreciated massively. I mean, I was looking at the charts, and I was looking at Solana, and my jaw just dropped. I looked back 30 minutes later and it was at $70. It's really crazy how fast that started. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good. If you bought in at the levels that I gave you in June, because June 26th, I gave you a nice area to buy in. If you bought in at that area, you're pretty much doubled your money right now, or tripled. We're gonna check it out a bit later. But on the hourly chart, as you can see, we have created this sort of trend, uptrend, this sort of channel to the upside, and we're just bouncing in between the levels. So this was actually a nice way to swing trade this asset. So potentially, if we lose this support line over here, you're coming back down to the 0.618. Just right there. You're coming back down there, the golden ratio, and that is sitting at $59.25. And that is based on the FIB that I have started over here. From this bottom, from this swing low to this swing high to $75.25. And that is exactly where the 55 EMA is on the 1 hourly chart. So that's something to keep an eye on. Below that, failing to hold the 618 as support, you're coming back down to the 0.5. And that is $59.32. And the 618 is at $63. But honestly, I would wait a bit because Solana is going to retrace. If we hold the 618 as support and we don't correct down, you can potentially see our upside targets over here. We're almost, we're coming close to that $115 per Solana token. We're coming close to that target, and that is our target for this project. But you do have all these fibs at $83, $88, $94, $107. All of these fibs need to be met. They're potential resistance levels, and you're just gonna come back, get rejected, come back, and eventually get back to the target. So yeah, we're just gonna keep this fib up. We're just gonna jump into the 4 hourly chart, and we're gonna see what's going on over there. So on the grand scheme of things, there is this yellow rectangular area below. And this was to show you how much you possibly could have made if you got into the trade. So this is where I gave you. So we had 3 dips into this zone. Well, 3, I say 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, and 6 over here. So this is the one that you could have gotten into, and this is the one that I gave you. This was actually, no, this was July, June. Yeah, so I gave you this area June 26th, and in July you went there. So if you bought in pretty much the bottom over here, you're up 235%. If you bought in the support level over here, the upper yellow line of the rectangle, that is 190%. So you see the math, you do the math, and it's really strong. Solana is very bullish, but it's getting a bit vertical, so perhaps you're gonna start losing the 4 hourly EMA, and that is something that is concerning. If you hold it as support, beautiful, great. You're looking for other and future technical targets based on the fib. But what we're doing right now is we're potentially coming back down. The trend is dying off, and we're coming back down to the 4-hourly, because on the 4-hourly, we have a bearish divergence as well. As you can see, we're making constant lower highs on the RSI as well, but you're making higher highs on the price action. So, bearish divergences across the board. We've been overbought over here at 92. The relative strength index was sitting at 92. This is where you should have been selling, guys. And we do have this on the RSI. We do have this support line over here. So potentially, if we start coming back down and you see the RSI do something like this and bounce off this level, this is where you perhaps want to put in some money into Solana to bounce off this support level. I'm just going to zoom out a bit so you can see how to set this line up. So basically, just take a trend line and set it up over here just like this, and this is the support line that you want to keep an eye on. It's really important. If it does hold as support, that would be great. So jumping into the stochastic RSI, you can see that we're pretty much bottoming out. We still have some room left to go. We want to come back down, sit here for a while, and then start another move towards the upside. So when you take a look at the stochastic RSI, you want to be in the bottom over here, and that is when you want to be buying. And the RSI, like I said, bouncing off this support level. Taking a look at the MACD, wow, this is, wow. As you can see, the moving average got overextended from the signal line being the blue line. And once they get overextended, now potentially you're coming back down for the bearish cross. That is a possibility. The bearish cross would be confirmed if we start coming back down and if we start hitting and losing some support levels. So losing the 20 EMA as support wouldn't be that tragic. If we hold the 55 as support, that's nice. The 55 currently sits at, let me just give you that price, $50 pretty much. So if we land on $50 and we stay, that's great. If we can keep it as support. If we're going to lose it, then you're coming back down to the 200 potentially. And that is when, that is not going to be as good, obviously. But ideally, we want to hold the 20 EMA. So perhaps put some bits into the 20 EMA retest and put some bits into the 55 EMA retest on the daily, on the 4-hourly chart. We are on the 4-hourly chart at the minute. So yeah, it's really great, but obviously you do have a nice support level here below, and you might even come back to retest that because you haven't retested it before. You just you got pretty much shot out of a cannon, and usually when you go that high, you're gonna come back down and perhaps even crash harder. But we want to hold support, and this line is a nice line to buy off a bounce. That would be great, wouldn't it? $44.94. Keep that price in mind. That is potentially where we can land based on this previous swing high. Yeah, let's jump into the daily chart right now. So no bearish divergences on the daily chart, but you can see that we're very, very overextended from the EMA, from the 20 EMA. So you want to keep in mind that you do want to hold it as support, and if you don't want to get too overextended, because what happens when you get too overextended, you hold it as support, then you lose it. You just can't manage to be that overextended and have a continuous healthy uptrend. You want to come back down, find support, and keep moving up, and that is just how it works. That is how the markets work. So yeah, if Bitcoin starts coming back down and we have a retest of the high 30Ks, then you do have these levels over here below you. But I don't think, in all honesty, if Bitcoin does have a little bit of a correction, I don't think we're coming back, that low for, this is like $25 to $18. We're not coming back that low, but obviously on the daily chart, you can still see that this $44 that I just gave you, that is pretty much where the 20 EMA is going to be by tomorrow. So that is potentially a strong support level that we're going to have, and you want to keep an eye on that support level. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just bring back the fib and see if any fib level is going to, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, that means that we're coming back down to the below the 236 on the fib. But hey, that's great. that's great. We don't want to get too overextended. So yeah, it's looking very good, guys. Potentially you can still sell Solana because it's still, it's very expensive right now. So selling right now would be great and then buying a retest, but I'm not a financial advisor. For all I know, it can just, consolidate for a bit and then shoot up and take out all the targets possible and imaginable. So we can be sitting at 150 per Solana, just like we have our target. We can be here tomorrow, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So Solana is doing very well. I know Sean from the Telegram chat from the Telegram chat. I know Sean from the Telegram chat is involved in Solana, and it's great to see that his project is doing well. I'm not involved in it whatsoever, so that's a bummer. But hopefully, I will be able to get into it once the bear market comes around. So yeah, that's a bit of TA for you guys on Solana. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.